Hey everyone, and welcome to our deep dive today.
Yeah, welcome everybody.
We're going to unpack a really inspiring interview with Haya Sawan,
Uh,
a Saudi entrepreneur and fitness leader who has really made a name for herself.
and when I say made a name for herself, we're not just talking local.
Right.
Haya's impact extends far beyond her fitness community.
Yeah.
What's fascinating is how she's woven together self-discovery leadership and a real commitment to empowering women.
You got that right. Our source for this deep dive is The Mocha Show on YouTube.
Great show.
And honestly, as soon as I finished watching it, I knew we had to share this.
Absolutely.
I was like, we have to do a deep dive on this.
Her story really makes you stop and think, what am I doing with my life?
No kidding.
Like, seriously.
Okay, so picture this. Haya's journey actually begins in architecture.
In architecture.
Yeah.
I mean, who would have guessed right?
Right.
Yeah, it's funny how those early influences shape our paths. Haya was basically raised around blueprints, going with her architect father to job sites since she was a little kid.
Really?
She even mentions reading blueprints at just 7 years old.
7 years old.
I know.
I was still playing with Legos at 7 years old.
Yeah, I was still drawing stick figures.
But hold on, even with that background, she ends up taking a completely different path.
And it wasn't just different. It was pretty groundbreaking.
Oh, yeah.
Back in 2013, women's gyms weren't even licensed in Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
But Haya, fueled by her passion for fitness, started holding these training sessions right in her backyard.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, talk about taking the initiative.
Right.
And remember, she wasn't catering to a specific niche or anything.
No.
She welcomed women of all ages and fitness levels, building this incredibly inclusive community from the ground up.
Yeah, that really speaks to Haya's vision.
Yeah.
And it's even more impressive when you consider that this backyard operation eventually evolved into She Fit, her own full-fledged gym.
Wow.
We're not talking some small-time operation either.
Mm-hmm.
Haya built this into a thriving business.
Wow. So she's a real entrepreneur.
Yeah, proving that she's not just about fitness, but a savvy entrepreneur, too.
Absolutely. Now, switching gears a bit, can we talk about Haya's dedication?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this woman is part of the 4.45 a.m. club.
What?
I consider myself an early bird.
Me too.
But waking up before 5 a.m.
Oh, my God.
That's a whole other level of commitment.
And it's not just about waking up early.
Right.
Haya uses that time intentionally for personal growth.
Okay.
She talks about the importance of starting your day with purpose, whether it's exercise, meditation, or journaling.
Okay.
She sees that quiet time as an investment in herself, setting the tone for a productive and positive day.
It's like she's maximizing every single minute, squeezing the most out of her day.
She is.
And that mindset clearly translates into some pretty impressive achievements.
Oh, yeah.
Like, get this, Haya completed a full marathon after only 2 months of training.
A marathon.
A full marathon.
Wow.
Let's just let that sink in for a second.
2 months.
2 months. That's incredible.
That is incredible.
It's a testament to her discipline and her belief that we're capable of so much more than we often realize.
Absolutely.
It's inspiring.
It is. It's like she's physically embodying this idea
Yeah.
of pushing past limits and achieving goals that might seem impossible.
Totally.
Yeah.
And she doesn't shy away from the difficulty either.
Oh, yeah.
She talks about how those final kilometers were agonizing, both physically and emotionally.
I bet.
But she kept going, driven by this sheer determination to cross that finish line.
You know what? It makes you think about those moments in your own life when you've had to dig deep and push through challenges.
For sure.
Haya's story is like a reminder that we all have that inner strength, that resilience to overcome obstacles.
Absolutely. And it's not just about physical strength.
Right?
Haya talks about how this whole marathon experience was also a journey of self-discovery.
Yeah, I love that.
There's a powerful quote where she says, "I used to struggle with the what ifs, but now I'm grateful for the path I've taken."
There's so much wisdom in that, right?
So much. It's about shifting from regret and dwelling on the past to embracing the present and being grateful for the journey.
That shift from what if to gratitude is huge.
It is.
It's about recognizing that every experience, even the challenging ones, has shaped us into who we are today.
Right.
And that's a really powerful foundation for personal growth.
And you can see how that mindset has impacted Haya's approach to life.
Totally.
She's all about authenticity and setting boundaries. I love the story she shared about receiving some really insightful advice.
Oh, yeah. What was that?
Someone told her, See how people treat you when they leave.
Whoa, that's deep.
Right.
It's a reminder to pay attention to the way people behave when they exit your life.
Yeah.
Do they leave gracefully, or is there drama?
Exactly. It's all
Yeah.
about recognizing your worth and surrounding yourself with people who bring positive energy.
Truth.
And I think this ties into Haya's strong beliefs about communication and leadership.
It's not just something she believes in, it's something she lives by. Haya's built, she fit into a thriving community, and she leads her team with a focus on open communication and respect. She even mentions how these skills should be taught in school.
She's got a point right.
Big time.
Imagine if everyone had the tools to navigate relationships, set boundaries, and express themselves effectively from a young age.
It would definitely change the world for the better.
Right.
Haya has learned a lot from leading a team and navigating the dynamics of different personalities. She even mentions being influenced by the book Good to Great.
Ah, classic. Didn't that book emphasize humility and teamwork over ego and individual accolades?
Exactly. It's about empowering your team and celebrating collective achievements.
Yeah.
And that really resonates with Haya's approach to leadership. She's all about lifting others up and creating a supportive environment.
Now let's talk about Haya's overall outlook on life.
Okay.
She exudes this positive energy, but she makes it clear that it's not about being happy 24/7.
Right. It's not about forcing a smile or anything.
Right.
Her definition of positivity is more nuanced and, honestly, more realistic.
Yeah.
It's about seeing challenges as opportunities for growth and understanding that even difficult experiences can lead to valuable lessons.
She actually says if you want to grow, many things have to change.
It's true.
Which is so true.
That's such a simple yet profound statement.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that we can't expect personal growth without embracing change, even if it's uncomfortable at times.
Right.
Change is inevitable.
It is.
And Haya's story is a testament to how we can harness that change for positive transformation.
And speaking of embracing new horizons, did you know that Haya is also involved with the Saudi Arabian Surfing Federation?
Wait, really? Surfing?
Yeah.
That seems like a bit of a leap from fitness.
It might seem that way at first, but when you think about it, it actually aligns perfectly with Haya's overall philosophy.
Yeah, it's not a leap at all when you consider that surfing like fitness requires discipline and a willingness to push your boundaries.
Right.
And they both foster a real sense of community and connection with nature, things that Haya clearly values.
It's like she's constantly seeking new challenges, new ways to grow and connect with the world around her. And it's inspiring to see how she embraces those challenges with such enthusiasm and a positive attitude.
It's contagious, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't help but feel energized by her passion and her unwavering belief in the power of human potential.
Totally. And you know, before we move on, there's one more thread I want to pick up from earlier.
Okay.
Haya's emphasis on the power of saying no,
Oh, yeah.
that really resonated with me.
It's a crucial skill, especially in today's world, where there's so much pressure to be everything to everyone.
Right.
It's easy to get caught up in pleasing others and saying yes to every opportunity that comes our way.
Oh, yeah.
But as Haya learned, that can lead to burnout and resentment.
I've been there, and it's not pretty. It's like you're constantly running on empty, trying to meet everyone else's expectations while neglecting your own needs.
Exactly. And that's where self-discovery comes in. You need to know yourself, your values, your strengths, your limits, to be able to set those boundaries effectively.
Yeah,
Haya's journey from architecture to fitness is a perfect example of that.
it is.
It wasn't a sudden decision.
Yeah.
It was a process of exploration and self-discovery.
Right.
Listening to that inner voice that was telling her, this isn't the right path for me.
And that takes courage,
Yeah.
right? Especially in a society where certain paths might be considered more traditional or prestigious.
Yeah.
It would have been easier for Haya to stay in architecture, but she chose to follow her passion, even if it meant facing judgment or criticism.
And think about the cultural context, too.
Yeah.
In a society where women are often expected to follow certain paths, Haya's decision to forge her own way is even more significant.
She's a trailblazer, no doubt.
Yeah.
And her story is a reminder to all of us, regardless of our background, that it's okay to question those expectations and create a life that truly aligns with our values.
Absolutely. And it's not just about career choices.
Right.
It's about saying no to commitments that drain us,
Yep.
to relationships that no longer serve us,
Yeah.
for expectations that don't reflect our authentic selves.
It's about creating space for what truly matters for the people. Activities and passions that bring us joy and fulfillment.
And that's where Haya's emphasis on communication comes in.
Okay.
She believes that open and honest communication is essential for healthy relationships, both personally and professionally.
Mm-hmm.
It's about being able to express your needs, set boundaries,
Hmm.
and have those sometimes difficult conversations with respect and clarity.
She even shares how she approaches communication with her own children.
Oh, really?
She's open and honest with them about her own experiences and struggles, encouraging them to develop their own sense of self-awareness and resilience.
That's so valuable.
It is.
It's about modeling healthy communication patterns
Yeah.
and empowering the next generation to be more self-aware and assertive.
Exactly. And it ties back to her belief that communication and leadership skills should be taught in school.
Hmm.
It's about equipping young people with the tools they need to navigate relationships, set boundaries, and express themselves effectively.
And let's be clear, leadership isn't about bossing people around or asserting dominance.
Right.
Haya's leadership style is a perfect example of that.
Hmm.
It's about creating a positive and inclusive environment, fostering teamwork, and celebrating collective achievements.
It's about recognizing that everyone has different strengths and weaknesses and
Mm.
finding ways to leverage those differences to achieve common goals.
And it's about being adaptable,
Hmm.
understanding that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to leadership.
Right.
Sometimes you need to be firm, sometimes you need to be compassionate, and sometimes you need to simply step back and let others take the lead.
Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about Haya's perspective on positivity. It's something that radiates from her both in the interview and on her social media.
It really does.
But as she points out, it's not about being happy all the time.
Right. It's not about forcing a smile or denying the challenges of life.
Right.
Haya's definition of positivity is more about having a mindset that allows you to see challenges as opportunities for growth.
Yeah.
It's about accepting that life isn't always easy, but that even difficult experiences can teach us valuable lessons and ultimately make us stronger.
She actually shares this incredibly powerful story about completing a marathon while going through a really tough time personally and professionally.
Wow.
She talks about how the physical pain of the race mirrored the emotional challenges she was facing, but that she kept pushing forward knowing that she would come out stronger on the other side.
That's true resilience, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not about avoiding challenges, but having the inner strength to face them head on, knowing that you have the ability to overcome them.
And for Haya, a big part of cultivating that resilience is her commitment to her 4.45 a.m. routine.
Oh, yeah.
It's about starting each day with intention, setting the tone for a productive and positive mindset.
It's like she's creating a ritual that helps her stay centered and focused, even amidst the inevitable chaos of life.
Right.
And it's a powerful reminder that even small, consistent actions can have a profound impact on our overall well-being.
And let's not forget the physical benefits of exercise.
Absolutely.
Haya talks about how exercise helps her process stress, work through challenges, and maintain a positive outlook.
Oh, yeah.
It's like her therapy, her way of staying grounded and centered.
It's amazing how she connects that early morning routine to her overall outlook on life.
Yeah.
She talks about how it sets her up for success, not just in terms of fitness, but in all areas of her life. It's about creating a sense of structure and discipline that carries through the rest of her day. And it's a reminder that sometimes the simplest things, like waking up early and dedicating some time to yourself, can make a huge difference in your overall well-being.
And that focus on well-being extends beyond her personal routine. Haya's created this amazing space at SheFit. It's more than just a gym. It's a community where women can come together, support each other, and build confidence.
And it's about creating a community where everyone feels welcome, regardless of their fitness level or background.
Right.
Haya's really intentional about fostering that sense of inclusivity. She wants everyone to feel empowered and supported on their fitness journey.
And that sense of inclusivity goes beyond the gym walls. Her involvement with the Saudi Arabian Surfing Federation is another example of Haya's passion for bringing people together and promoting a positive, healthy lifestyle.
I love how she sees the parallels between fitness and surfing.
Me too.
They both require discipline, resilience, and a willingness to push your boundaries, and they both foster a sense of community and connection with nature.
That connection with nature is something that Haya really values. She talks about how spending time outdoors, whether it's running, hiking, or just being by the sea, is essential for her well-being.
Yeah.
It's her way of recharging, finding balance, and staying grounded.
It's a great reminder that sometimes the simplest things are the most powerful. We often get so caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life that we forget the importance of connecting with ourselves and with the natural world.
And it doesn't have to be some grand adventure.
No.
It can be as simple as taking a walk in the park or spending a few minutes meditating in your backyard.
Right.
It's about creating space for stillness and reflection in our busy lives.
You know, another thing that really struck me about Haya's story is her emphasis on authenticity.
Yeah.
She talks about how she used to worry about pleasing everyone and meeting societal expectations. But she eventually learned the importance of staying true to herself.
It's so easy to get caught up in trying to fit into a mold that doesn't truly reflect who we are.
Hmm.
But ultimately, true happiness and fulfillment come from embracing our unique qualities and living a life that aligns with our values.
And that's where setting boundaries comes in.
Yeah.
Haya talks about how learning to say no to things that don't serve her has been essential for her personal growth and well-being. It's about protecting her time, energy, and emotional space.
It's not always easy, especially in a culture where saying no can be seen as rude or disrespectful. But Haya emphasizes the importance of prioritizing her own needs and being selective about the commitments she makes.
It's about recognizing that it's okay to decline requests, to set limits, and to say no without guilt or apology. It's about creating a life that feels authentic and fulfilling on your own terms.
And that's what makes Haya's story so inspiring. She's shown us that it's possible to break free from societal expectations, to pursue our passions, and to build a life that truly reflects who we are.
She's a reminder that change is possible, that growth is a continuous journey, and that we all have the power to create a life that we love. So
As we wrap up this deep dive into Haya Sawan's incredible journey, I want to leave you with this. What resonated with you the most? What lessons can you apply to your own life? Where can you embrace change, set boundaries, or pursue your passions with more intention?
what steps can you take, even small ones, to create a life that feels more authentic and aligned with your values? Remember, it's never too late to start.
And who knows, maybe your own journey of self-discovery and growth will inspire others just as Haya has inspired us. Thanks for joining us today. Until next time, keep diving deep.